One of America's top cable news channels. Find out why. Watch it today. Newsmax is real news for real people. You should watch Newsmax.
Today in Ag News, I'm a Southeast Ag Now. While USDA's Natural Resources Conservation Service in Florida is providing Environmental Quality Incentive Program funds to help ag producers address severe erosion and irrigation retrofit. But applications for financial assistance are due by this Friday, December the 4th. Producers are eligible to apply in Escambia, Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, Walton, Holmes, Washington, Jackson, Gadsden, Liberty, Franklin, Gulf, Calhoun, and Bay counties. Florida State Conservationist Juan Hernandez explains what producers in those counties should do.
The best thing to do is to simply call the field office, ask what is it that they're interested in. We will share information about what practices are available. Once again, we have $2 million available for the funding pool, and we will offer an array of practices that is exclusively for these impacted counties.
Now, funding is available for various conservation practices. That includes diversion, field borders, filter strips, stabilization grade structures, grassed waterway, retrofit sprinkler systems, land smoothing, lined waterways, mulching, plant forage, stream bank protection, terraces, underground outlets, and water and sediment control basins. For more information, contact your local USDA Service Center or go to the Florida NRCS website, fl.nrcs.usda.gov.
If your soil could talk, what would it say? If it's healthy, it may already be saying some good things about your future, because farmers who use soil health building systems that include no-till, cover crops, and diverse species and rotations report greater productivity, profitability, and resiliency to weather extremes. Learn more about what your soil is saying about its health and your future. Contact your local USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service office today. This message brought to you by USDA and this radio station.
Randall Wiseman, Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine today with a high of 74 to 76. Partly cloudy tonight, low 55 to 60. Then Friday will be mostly cloudy with a high of 77 to 79. We'll start our Saturday with a passing morning shower. Otherwise, a mix of clouds and sunshine. High on Saturday, 72 to 80. Thunderstorms by Sunday night. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
That time of year again. You found that perfect gift. Now how to ship it? Well, Just Ship is the answer. Just Ship has a flat rate for package ship and curbside pickup with convenient weekend hours. Plus, even gift wrapping is available. Right now until December 16th, Just Ship will have free pickup or 15% off your total shipping cost. Shop small, ship small. Just Ship is located across from Yandles Building Supply on North Magnolia. Call them at 352-234-3840.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Good Thursday morning. Welcome to Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt on a brisk, chilly Thursday morning. But you need to relax, and it's only a drive away. We're talking about Miami Beach, Florida. Yes, that Miami Beach, with its 7 miles of beaches. Miami Beach with its international cuisine. Miami Beach with its art and culture. That's right. You could win a hotel stay in Miami Beach and a tank full of gas. But you can only win if you call in and give us your name and phone number. Just call 352-732-8000. That's 352-732-8000. From your friends here at WOCA The Source, paradise is only a drive away. Speaking of somebody who's probably on the roadway right now driving to work, Galen Unall from Life South joins us. Galen, are you on the road going to work, or are you working from home today?
Yeah. No. Unfortunately, I'm braving this cold weather and trying to do the best I can for my family and my community today. And over this cold weather.
I got on flip-flops with no socks today. It can't be that cold.
It's 44.
Yeah, well, it was 31 yesterday.
Yeah, well, today it's 44.
Yeah, a little warmer today, but still cold.
It's still terrible.
You know, I got rules.
Right.
My rules are, if it's raining or if it's under 50 degrees, golf shall not be played.
Yeah, that's a good rule. That's a fair rule.
There's too many nice days in Florida.
Yeah,
too many nice days.
Absolutely. What about wind? Because sometimes I just don't feel like dealing with the wind.
Well, I grew up playing golf in Jacksonville and then around the Savannah Beaches area and everything. So my first 3 years of golf were at the Jacksonville Beach Country Club, where the wind blows a constant 15, 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, but it's always from the same direction, so it's easy.
Yeah, it doesn't switch. It doesn't change. So going into it, some of them are going to be into the wind, some of them are going to be, with the wind. But here in Ocala,
it's designed with that in mind. So it's
here in Ocala, where the windiest place in Ocala is. I promise you, Ocala National. That's the windiest place in all America.
There's no doubt about that. Correct. And it's hard to read wind.
Yeah.
Hard to read wind.
But the wind on a day like today, see if it's like 52 degrees, which is over the 50-degree mark, so I would play golf in 52, 53-degree weather. But if it's 52, 53, and the wind's blowing 15 miles an hour, no, that's under 50 degrees. I'm not playing.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's a great course, by the way. I love the last time I broke 80 was at
Hate it.
Love it. For me, it makes me, and this is a big thing for me, it forces me to focus every shot, especially with my drive. When I'm hitting it long and straight, then I've always been good inside 150 yards. I'm not a great putter, but I've always been good inside 150 yards. Once I can get to that with a good drive, I can hit that. I can play that course.
Okay,
well.
so
Muni 1 I grew up on, and so Muni I know in and out. And I could probably, and again I haven't played in a long time. I could probably shoot an 84 today at Muni. I would shoot a 90 at Ocala National.
I don't like you anymore.
No, I mean,
and you hadn't played golf. You hadn't played golf what in probably 6 months.
No, it's been longer than that. Where I played my own ball. 2.5 years. And
you would still go out and shoot 84 at Muni.
I think so. Again, it would depend on how I was putting. Putting takes a long time to get back, but. Yeah, if you gave me a that's probably too easy. But if you gave me a 2-putt on every hole, I could probably shoot around 80.
Well, if I could get 2 putts on every hole, only 2 putts,
I'd shoot
75, 76.
Again, I agree with you. I completely agree with you. I just don't know how I would putt, but I think I would shoot 84.
All right, let's talk about those 2 golf courses we mentioned, Muni and Ocala National. What's your favorite hole at Muni?
Man, that's hard. There's a stretch of holes that I've always loved. And, they changed the numbers on there, so I got to remember. So you have the par 5 uphill, and then you come back and hit that little. You got
number 2 is uphill.
3.
Number 2 is uphill. Number 3 is a par 3 across the creek.
Yeah.
And then number 4 is a par 5 down the hill.
And I think that's one of my favorite turns of golf. And then on the back 9, probably that same section right in front of the tennis courts area. So I just love that. I love that area of the golf course.
Yeah, it is a nice area of the golf course. My favorite hole, without a doubt, at Muni is number 4. I just think it's the best look. It's the par 5 down the hill.
I got you.
I just think the look from up there and up there on the tee box, just the vastness of how you can see everything. It's just, it's a good-looking hole. What's the hole you hate? What's the hole you like the least at Muni?
18.
18 because you hit it right and the trees bother you.
No, I always press because I'm always trying to either at this point in the round, I've got a triple Nassau, or I'm going lone wolf, or I'm trying to beat a score, or I'm really frustrated and I think I can make it up all on one hole. And I could drive it to the edge of that green if I hit a good, really good 3-wood. So for me, the play is hit the 4-iron out in the middle, hit a little wedge in, 2-putt, go home. But I don't ever play it that way.
The hole that I loathe, number 9, the one that runs behind the Publix and the plaza there.
Yeah. It's terrible
the worst.
It is it's not the hardest, because the trees, growing up, those trees I think have been that size since they built the course.
Yeah.
I really did. No, I mean that.
Those oak trees. You're talking about the oak trees on the left-hand side.
Yeah, and going all the way down the right-hand side. So it looks a lot smaller than you think, and your second shot is you're always thinking, is this lemon my way? And it's not once you hit the drive, it's fairly straightforward. I like that green though. It's an easy birdie hole if you get a good drive, and you go ahead and do what you're supposed to do and don't choke. But because of those trees, you choke. When we were growing up, we used to try to hit the old movie theater from that tee box.
Well, yeah, of course you did. Of course you did.
Off the hop.
Right.
Because you can't get there in the air. But you can get there on a good hop. And, you always pick up range balls.
I've found numerous golf balls with my name Tom written on them that have went over the trees, bounced in the road, and ends up laying next to the back wall of that movie theater, which is now a church.
Yeah, we used to try to hit it back in the day.
So I just think it's a hole that it looks like they made 17 holes, and they go, oh, wait, we're a hole short. Boom, let's build 9.
It's not long. What is it? I mean, honestly, it's like
330 yards.
Yeah, and again, I don't care where you play. You could play it from the tips or the red tees. It's the same hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also don't like 8 very much either. 8 has never been a hole that's been good for my eye. It's not a. It's called
just a straight par 3.
It's not a much par 3. You just, for some reason, and again, the wind. Talk about wind. The wind will swirl back in there, and it'll play havoc with your golf.
I just know when I get to the number 8 that I'm going to make par, but I still have to worry about the double bogey on number 9. I know that.
Right. Well, you got to club up sometimes on 8. Or sometimes club down.
So let's talk about the National then. What's your favorite hole at the National?
All right. 18.
It's the worst.
Love 18.
Did you love it before the oak tree was gone, or now that the oak tree's gone, you love it?
I didn't know the oak tree was gone.
Oh yeah, the oak tree's gone. The big
oak tree gone.
The big oak tree on the right-hand side by the green gone.
There's nothing to defend it. Then you could just attack it.
Well, you still got to hit from about 165 yards uphill to a green that's about 60 feet above you.
So agreed, and it's always deceptive. But when I was playing well, when I broke 80, shot a 78 there, and 18 had been my bugaboo for many a round, and I realized I just have to hit. I had to learn to hit a little baby draw because I'm more of a power fade guy than a baby draw. And so it forced me to hit a little 3-wood, little baby draw. I probably couldn't hit that shot today.
Yeah.
But, and then you're set up perfectly. You want to be on the right side of the fairway so you have a better angle so you're missing that oak tree. You don't want to be on the left side of the fairway. It's death. But you don't know that from the tee box.
No, you do not. It looks like the left-hand side's where you want to be.
Yeah, but it's death because that angle is atrocious. And you're down in a valley, and you're like, it's probably a +2 club length. And when that pin's in the back, it's really difficult. And even if you're scoping it with your rangefinder, it's hard to get a good range on the flagstick from there.
So you're a rangefinder guy, huh?
Yeah, I think it's silly not to play with one.
Well, why do they have markers out there and distances on sprinklers and all if you got your rangefinder?
Well, again, technology is something we should embrace, and I think they should bring it to the beach.
Lazy.
No, come on. And I will tell you what changed my game dramatically was getting that exact rangefinder, because you play a lot, you know your club distance, right? You know what you're going to hit an 8-iron.
Right.
And the difference between, all right, middle of the green, right, and you don't know where that hole is cut, and all you have is the 3 ranges of the green, it dramatically dropped my score. Dramatically. So, because now instead of you could hit the shot you want and realize
Galen?
carried that ball
Oh, there
further.
you are. You just hit that area. You just hit that area going to Alachua County.
Yeah, it's right in front of Cafe Risque. I don't know if that's real.
I don't know what that's about. Hey, let's take a break. I'll come back. We'll talk about, because your favorite hole is my least favorite hole. We'll talk about what your least favorite hole is and my favorite hole at Ocala National. We'll do that next. This is Galen Unall with his Life South moment here on Ocala Talks, brought to you by the good folks at Penn Flooring and Palm Garden. We'll be right back after this timeout.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
I'm Jan from Palm Garden. Christmas in 2020 sure looks different than it has in years past.
I'm Crystal, and it's fair to say this year has been like no other for the healthcare and the whole community.
We want to thank our frontline staff who continue to care for our residents every day.
And thanks to the family members who have been unable to visit for so long.
We wish each and every one of you a blessed holiday season. Merry Christmas from Palm Garden.
Now you did it. Are you completely insane? He's back. He, who must not be named. The man, the myth. The only guy in Ocala to eat his own weight in fried pickles. Twice. Now, you asked for it. Sorta. Live and in person. It's Tom Schmitz.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks with Tom Schmitz. Galen Unall making his daily appearance with us from Life South, brought to you by the good folks at Penn Flooring, family owned and operated, serving Marion County for 30 plus years. Penn Flooring owes every bit of their success to their unrivaled customer service. Penn Flooring is a full service flooring company dedicated to finding the best solution for your flooring needs and having experience in both commercial and residential fields. Go see their fantastic showroom at 1201 Southwest 17th Street here in Ocala, or give them a call at 352-351-3420. Also, we'd like to thank Palm Gardens Health and Rehabilitation Center. They're located at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. They offer skilled nursing, physical, occupational, and speech therapy. If you have any questions concerning Palm Gardens Health and Rehabilitation Center or how they're handling the COVID-19 crisis, please call 352-854-6262. That's 352-854-6262. Back to the phone lines. Galen Unall headed to Gainesville. He went through that dead area, but he's back with us now. And, we can't agree on a favorite hole because my least favorite is your favorite. But what's your least favorite hole at Ocala National?
Oh, 9. 9 is diabolical.
Well, they cut the tree on the left down, too.
Really? Again, that's another one of those that really, because it from the tee box, you want to hit it to the right to avoid this stupid tree that's in the middle of the way. And you end up in the rough, and now you have that tee shot over the tree on the right-hand side to a kind of an isolated green that's incredibly unfriendly. I could probably, it's a par 4. It feels like it's 700 yards. And I've probably parred that hole 2 times. And by the way, that's the hole that Dan Martone hit an 8-iron, 312 yards.
Okay, help me out with that.
I scoped it. I said, he goes, I hit a tee shot, and when I'm trying to score, I don't try to hit the ball a long way. I just try to hit position, try to get out there at like 250, 255. And he goes, I can outdrive that with my 8-iron. I'm like, all right, go ahead. And he killed it because he's got gorilla arms.
Yes.
And we went up. I said, my God. And it's hard for me to give Dan credit for much of anything. And so I'm like, how far did you hit that? We turned around, scoped it back to the tee box, 312.
Wow.
With an 8-iron.
Yeah, I don't know how he did that.
It's the second greatest shot he's ever hit in his life.
Probably, because he's got a hole in one.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't? Okay.
I'll tell you, we were playing in a at a in a charity golf tournament that the Blood Center was running. We were playing with Steve Albright, Drew Diddy, and I didn't play very well at all. And so we hit a tee shot. We were kind of stymied at Ocala Country Club, and this is one of their home tracks. They play there all the time. Or I'm sorry, Golden Ocala. And so Dan gets up there and hits this flop shot. The ball goes 85 yards in the air and then drops and doesn't move 3 inches from the pin. And Diddy and Albright looked at each other and goes, now this is like the second hole. They're like, who's this guy? How come we have never seen him play?
Well, and then they figured it out 2 holes later.
Oh yeah. Oh, very, very quickly. And I was like, my God. And I'm giving him crap for this shot, this miracle, because you have no idea how hard he swung. He swung. I was like, if you didn't, I don't know how you did that.
Because if he skulls that ball, he hits a worm burner. It's killing people in the parking lot.
Correct. There are 4 or 5 people that are dead now because of Dan. But getting back to the Ocala National, 9 is a diabolical hole.
9 is enemy, but it's not my least favorite hole. 18 is.
Oh,
you know what my favorite hole at Ocala National is? Number 1. It's an easy driving hole. It's downhill.
Yeah.
Even though the green's a little thin there, you can still put it on there. I just love the look of it. It's a great hole.
You have to drive that hole well, or you're in for a long day.
It does. Because it sets the tone for the whole round.
Right. You come back at 2. It's an uphill, long, long hole. And another hole where you have to drive the ball incredibly well. And if you screw up on 1 and 2, you almost want to turn around and go back to the cart, or to the car and head home. But because it's a hard course to recover.
It really is. So
I love 7, 8, 9 because it just I can birdie 7. I have a 8 to me is a very, very easy par 3. So I
and
don't
now
know
9 without the tree, it makes it easier. Hey, let me ask you this question.
I don't know.
Switching gears, let me ask you, the Christmas season in full effect. You heard the Ocala Aviation diabolical just destroying of I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. It was,
Sure.
I don't know what's going on there. I'm glad Dan walked in and stopped that, whatever they were doing. I'm just, But so I was listening to Christmas music this morning and everything, and I asked my girlfriend, I go, have you ever heard this song? And I played I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. Well, I didn't. I said, hey, Alexa, play I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas.
Sure.
And she had never heard the song. And
really?
It got me thinking, what's probably an obscure Christmas song that you don't know, that people wouldn't know? And I thought, maybe I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas is one of those obscure songs. Am I wrong? Do you know the song?
I've heard it. I've heard it. I think it's pretty funny. It's hard to say what's obscure to something you already know.
100%. I understand that. But I mean, Grandma got run over by a reindeer. That's a well-known song.
That's
that was written.
Famous.
That was written by an Ocala native.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I did know that. There's a couple of Christian songs that I probably like that nobody else has ever heard of. I don't know.
You know what my favorite Christmas? What's your favorite? If you had to pick a favorite Christmas song, could you do it?
Yeah, Little Drummer Boy by Andy Williams.
Oh, that's a good song. It's a good song. Good, really good. And I used to love the Andy Williams Christmas specials when I was a kid.
I still do. Listened to it yesterday. Or Wednesday.
The Andy Williams Christmas specials and the Perry Como Christmas specials. When I was a kid, they were top notch.
Yeah, you know what's funny is my family was a Perry Como. My wife's family is an Andy Williams.
Right.
And so in the marriage, Andy Williams is what we adopted.
Well, but didn't you love variety shows when we were growing up as kids? We had the Flip Wilson show, and you had the Carol Burnett.
Entertainment.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Not That's It. What was it called? That's Incredible.
That's Incredible with John Davidson and Fran Tarkington. Oh.
I thought Fran Tarkington was the greatest person of my time. I remember, and he just ran around. My dad laughed at me.
He's from Georgia too.
I loved Roger Staubach, but I had a Fran Tarkington number 11 purple eater jersey.
So. That's Incredible. That show with John Davidson and Sally. What was her name? She was a former Miss America, and then Fran Tarkenton.
Right.
What can we say that was the precursor or the grandfather show of reality TV?
Maybe. I mean, I guess you could go with game shows. The same thing. Yeah, probably. Well, it was one of those talent shows, right? I mean, it's the equivalent of all the talent shows today. There was just no ranking system. So,
right.
And I don't know. I just remember that show being great. And I think Carol Burnett was on like before it or after it.
Carol Burnett was on I remember watching Carol Burnett on Saturdays at 7:00. Hee-Haw came on, and then Carol Burnett came on.
Oh, my gosh. My dad loved Hee-Haw.
Oh.
He was working at a country radio station.
How do you not love and can we just say that out of all the people, Buck Owens, Roy Clark, everybody on the person that stole the show probably said the least on the show, either Junior Samples or the Bloodhound. One of those two stole the show every time.
The Bloodhound, though. But, I was a kid when we watched it. So we watched 60 Minutes, and that would take you into Hee-Haw. And, you only had one TV in there.
Oh, that was it. We only had 3 channels. Yeah. Well, PBS counted, but we never counted it as a channel.
We had 44. We had 44, and people.
Oh no! I know we had the independent channel. We had 17 in Jacksonville, but you only had CBS, ABC, and NBC, and then you had PBS, and then you had the one channel 17 where you could watch the creature feature midnight on Friday night horror movies.
Right, loved it.
Hey, where's the blood bank? 17. Where's the blood bank mobile today?
Hey, today the blood mobile is going to be at I just brain farted. Summerfield Walmart. Wow, Summerfield Walmart. Come by and see us. Get the Life Donate Blood, and we're also right there on the boulevard.
Galen, thanks.
WJKS, channel 17.
Yeah, thanks, Galen.
Bye.
We'll be right back.
Mall Studios. This is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Radio News.